David Ralicke. I play with Dengue Fever, and I'm here to talk about saxophone gear. Well, I use delay. Right now I'm using a Line 6 Echo Park, which I like. It's pretty dependable. It's small, which is a big deal now, flying around in airplanes and everything. I use a whammy pedal. I use a MoogerFooger ring modulator, and I also use an old microverb. Yeah, microverb as well. And some of those choices are sound, and some of those choices are space and weight. I used to have a couple of the big MoogerFooger pedals. I had the filter as well, but I had to downsize, so I had to sacrifice that one. I love those pedals. But I use the whammy pedal quite a bit in Dengue Fever to do just kind of sound design, noise, harmonies, octaves. Track's great. It's a great pedal for getting a lot of sounds. And the ring modulator is incredible for sounds too. That one pedal, you get so many different qualities of sounds, from noise to nice tremolos. It's a really amazing pedal. The early pioneer is Miles Davis, you know, Bitches Brew era with a wah-wah pedal. I don't know of any other horn player before then who was using electronics, but that could just be my ignorance. And then there's people along the way have used it. Michael Brecker used to use a wah-wah pedal as well, an envelope filter. I think I used to use an old Dodd envelope filter, which was just kind of an unruly beast for a horn. Wah-wah is another one that's kind of tough because it puts this crazy peak in the high end when you're using a microphone that just, you can have a lot of feedback problems.
So the sound guy,
you know, it's almost just, yeah, feedback madness. It's either like completely on or off. Though, my next thing I want to experiment with maybe is a compressor you know, before it goes to the board. So maybe I could, you know, don't have so many peaks with certain effects. But I try to balance everything pretty nice. What was my, and you know, always delay. Delay and reverb is great for horn. You can never get away from it. I also use a Sans amp, which again, I'm not using on this rig right now, but the distortion is really great with Dengue Fever. Fits in with the sound a lot, and you know, saxophone going through distortion is just a great sound. I love it. But again, due to some weight restrictions and size restrictions, I'm not using that right now. But I do use that at home, and when I don't have to fly so much.
Yeah, if you're doing a tour and you're driving.
Yeah, then I bring out the distortion. Or when I record, I like it too a lot. I think monitoring is always really difficult because you have an instrument that needs a microphone and you need a certain amount of gain, and if you're using effects, they can get out of hand really quick. Get a volume pedal, because if anything gets out of hand, you can just crank it down a bit, and you know, and that way, if you're controlling your sound more, you'll have less problems with sound men turning you off. Because if you're not controlling your sound well, you'll tend to just disappear in the mix, because a sound man doesn't really want to deal with sound problems. That's handy. Your volume pedal, and you know, never check your instrument on an airplane.
Yeah,
always carry it.
Unless you want it smashed.
Unless you want it smashed or lost. Yeah.